PR once again. With me, your host, Joan Kataike Okelo, a seasoned PR practitioner. Thank you for subscribing to Everything PR. For those of you that haven't subscribed, please click on the link below and you'll surely follow my preachings and teachings on the field of public relations. All brands, celebrities, individuals are pushing out content on social media at night, during the day, in the morning. Every second there is a feed going out there on social media. But many people are not communicating appropriately to represent themselves or the brands that they are writing about. So today's topic is really focusing on how do we use social media to communicate about our brands. I would love to talk about the very simple framework of communication. We learn about it, we see it every day through our work. It is the 5 W's and H. Before you go onto social media, ask yourself, what is it that I want to communicate or that I want to talk about? For example, it could be a product, it could be a service. So that product then informs the tone and voice of communication that you put out there. I'll give you a very good example. If you are communicating about milk, you are relaying information to families. While if you're communicating about beer, you are relaying communication to people that are above 18. So someone that communicates about milk on social media has to tone down in the way they communicate, because remember, you're reaching out to mothers and fathers and caregivers. While when you're talking about beer, you are into lifestyle. So you have to be cool, you have to be trendy, you have to be using the cool vibes that the market is using. So if I'm talking about milk and I'm using extremely lifestyleish language, talking about the party in the night, I might actually miss out on my target audience. The next W is when. When do you communicate? Different social media platforms relay information differently. There are brands, when you put information in the morning, their reach is high. And there are brands that when you put communication in the morning, their reach is extremely low. So you need to study your brand, your personality on social media. What time do people love watching my content the most? If you are a brand that is a family brand, you're better off communicating during the day. And there are brands that are hyper into concerts, into lifestyle activities. You're better off communicating in the evening when people are relaxed and they actually want to listen into your content. The next W is, why are you communicating? The next W is, why are you communicating? So ask yourself, this is a brand, this is an individual that I'm pushing out there on social media, but why am I doing this? For example, there are times a product is being launched onto the market, and there are times when it is just generic information about a particular company. So why are we communicating? If it is generic information about a company, how are you relaying it? Are you just simply putting up videos randomly without thinking through why you're putting them up out there? Or are you asking yourself systematically, what is it that I want to relay out there? If it's a company and you want to communicate your strong brand values, then why are you communicating must then highlight those strong brand values. If you want to talk about professionalism, is the photo that you're putting out there showcasing the professionalism that your company or brand is communicating out there? The next W is where. Where are you communicating from? Not all social media platforms are relevant to all brands. I've said this before. Just because there is TikTok or Pinterest or Instagram doesn't mean that your brand or your personality has to be everywhere. I'll give you a very good example. Personally, I don't run a personal Facebook, Twitter account. Why don't I do that? I don't do that because I am kind of private, so it's a bit difficult for me to keep updating the world about what goes on in my personal life. So, but what have I chosen to do on social media? I have chosen to use social media to educate people about the things that I love the most, and one of them is the field of public relations. So, where am I communicating this? I have chosen YouTube, because with YouTube, I'm able to explain myself, you're able to see me, you're able to listen to what I am saying. So I use Facebook to accelerate my views on YouTube. I use Instagram and Twitter to simply tell people about my YouTube channel. However, I am not on TikTok because I don't think this show will have any sense of humor. So why am I telling you this? I'm trying to elaborate to you that you must choose the platforms that you own on social media to communicate depending on the brand that you are. The next W is who. Who are you communicating to? which I have already talked about, that target audience. Are you talking to people between 20 to 30 years? Are you talking to people that are above 40? Are you talking to people that are already seasoned with what they do? They are above 60. So it really depends on who you are talking to. If you're talking to men, then pick the lingo that men use. If you're talking to women, you need to choose the colors that women love. Women love feminine colors. Your vibrant pinks, your purples, your fresh yellows. Those are the colors that talk to women. So who are you talking to is very important before you put out content on social media. Lastly, but not least, I would love to bring to your attention the H in the 5 W's and H. The H is, how are you communicating? There are personalities that go onto social media and use abusive language, but these are celebrities in town. So that is what people will think of you. People generally will see you on social media as vulgar if you put out vulgar content. If you put out your family, you are a softie on social media, people will perceive you to be that kind of person. If you are funny and humorous, people will take you to be a humorous personality. So what am I trying to say? How you communicate positions yourself in the minds of the people that follow you on social media. If you are loud, people will believe you are loud. If you are calm as a brand, people will believe that this particular brand is calm and subtle, and this is the kind of positioning that you want to relay out there. So what is this all about? Communication is a choice. How you choose to appear on social media or any other PR platform is a choice for a brand, a personality, a celebrity, a politician, anyone that is putting out content on social media. Remember, it is social media. It can be shared. It can become viral. So watch out. Lastly, are you a student? Are you a PR practitioner? Are you a communicator? Are you a blogger? Are you a social media content developer? Please remember to click on the link below and learn all about PR by subscribing to my channel, Everything PR. Thank you.